Hey there, it's Wednesday, December 8th, 2021, and we're going international today with our hilarious headlines. We're going to visit an animal beauty pageant. That's right, I said an animal beauty pageant because there was a scandal that rocked one overseas. Stay tuned to find out what animal it was involved in the scandal. Hello there and good evening from Frisco, Texas. I wanted to share this article today because I'm telling you it was just too good to resist. Usually, not usually, I've only been doing this for a little bit now, but we've kept it in the United States, but I'm telling you this one was so good. We had to discuss this. It's just so absolutely ridiculous. Let's dive right into it. You can see from the title, the headline right here, dozens of camels barred from Saudi beauty contest over botox. That's right. Apparently there were camels receiving botox at a beauty pageant. So many questions, right? There's just absolutely so many questions. Let's just review the article here and then we'll talk about it. So let's go down. All right. So the first picture that you see here is people take a camel ride. You know what? Not important. It's a stock photo. Moving on. All right. Here's the article. So Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Saudi authorities have conducted their biggest ever crackdown on camel beauty contestants that received Botox injections and other artificial touch-ups, the state-run Saudi press agency reported Wednesday, with over 40 camels disqualified from the annual pageant. I have to be honest with you. I had no idea that animal beauty contests were a thing. I mean, I guess I've seen, pigs with, ribbons, but like that's for like the fattest pig, right? I don't know, I'm from the city. But I think this is along the same lines, except camels are massive. And think about there's a lot of camels in one spot, let alone to be disqualified for Botox. What does Botox do to a camel? Let's keep reading here. Saudi Arabia's popular King Abdulaziz Camel Festival, which kicked off earlier this month, invites the breeders of the most beautiful camels to compete for some $66 million in prize money. Botox injections, facelifts, and other cosmetic alterations to make the camels more attractive are strictly prohibited. Jurors decide the winner based on the shape of the camel's heads, necks, humps, dress, and postures. I'm telling you, upon reading this, that has to be probably one of the creepiest jobs in the world. Could you imagine on a first date if you were like, so what do you do? And you were like, well, I'm in sales. I sell the software to small, medium businesses around the United States, and it's all right, but it pays the bills. I had a good quarter. How about you? What do you do? I'm a juror on camel competitions, and I rate their heads, necks, their humps, how they dress, their postures. By the time you got to humps, I'm out of there. I'm not talking to that lady anymore. What, are you kidding me? Come on. Judges at the month-long festival in the desert northeast of the Saudi capital, Riyadh. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'm not internationally literate here. Are escalating their clampdown on artificially enhanced camels, the official news agency reported, using specialized and advanced technology to detect tampering. Oh boy. This year, authorities discovered dozens of breeders had stretched out the lips and noses of camels, used hormones to boost the beast's muscles, injected camels' heads and lips with Botox to make them bigger, inflated body parts with rubber bands, and used fillers to relax their faces. What a nightmare. What is going on in Saudi Arabia? As far as I know, this doesn't happen. Could you imagine if I want to see a picture. There's no pictures. I know for those of you listening are happy that we're experiencing this together through the sound of my own voice, but I would love to see a picture of a camel with injected botox, because that has to be something. I'm not for animal cruelty. I'm just saying because it happened, it would be something to see, okay? Quote, "The club is keen to halt all acts of tampering and deception in the beautification of camels," the SPA report said, adding organizers would, quote, "impose strict penalties on manipulators," end quote. The Camel Beauty Contest is at the heart of the massive carnival, which also features camel races, sales, and other festivities, typically showcasing thousands of dromedaries. This show is proving to you that I certainly cannot read, so I have no idea what that word means, so there we go. You know what? Let's look it up. Let's look it up live on the show. Here we go. Search DuckDuckGo for this word. A one-humped domesticated camel, widely used as a beast of burden in desert regions from northern Africa to western Asia. I didn't know. Let's play it. Let's play the sound. Let's see if it plays. You ready? Dromedary. Oh, he was serious when he said that. Dromedary. So one-humped domesticated camels are called... Dromedary. There we go. We nailed it. All right. The extravaganza seeks to preserve the camel's role in the kingdom's Bedouin tradition and heritage, even as the oil-rich country plows ahead with modernizing mega projects. Camel breeding is a multi-million-dollar industry, and similar events take place across the region. I'll tell you what, here's my 2 cents on the topic. Yes, steroids are bad. You know, if you're going to artificially, especially, you know, I'm an athlete. I played football professionally. I am a high-level triathlete. I compete for Team USA, so of course I'm against any, enhancement drugs and performance-enhancing drugs. I couldn't think of the word. Maybe I need some. But you know what? I say that, right? As a competitor, if I'm lining up against somebody who's all jacked up on steroids, if I'm in a beauty contest against a camel, if I'm, Joe Camel from the 90s, remember him if you're old enough? And I'm sitting in a beauty pageant against, Paris Hilton looking, I say Paris Hilton because there's ads for her on Hulu all the time for some reason. Some, jacked up Kim Kardashian looking camel next to me, and I'm like, hey, what is this about? You're all Botoxed up. Then I am going to, of course, take it personally, but just to play devil's advocate, as a spectator, jack them up and let's go. Do you remember in the 90s the Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire competition, the home run derby, basically that they participated in on a daily basis? Do you remember how exciting it was to watch Barry Bonds act like he was playing wiffle ball on a nightly basis and then just shatter all-time home run record? I mean, that was very exciting. Yes, they were all on steroids, but I didn't care because I wasn't playing against them. I was spectating, and baseball's a lot more fun when people are smashing it onto the moon. No one goes to a baseball game to see a pitcher's duel. People go to baseball games to see scores, and that's exactly what we were getting. Let the camels live, baby. Now, the question I do have, though, for real, is in the article, it mentioned, let's find it here. Let's go. Let's find it. It's not a long, I can't read. It's not a long article. Where the heck did it go? Let's see. Anyways, it mentioned that there were other events that go on. At this event. Let's see. Here we go. The Camel Beauty Contest is at the heart of the massive carnival, which also features camel races, sales, and other festivities, typically showcasing thousands of dromedaries. So my first question from that sentence is it the same camels? Are the ones in the beauty contest also racing? Because that would be something to see. Because when they're running, their faces would just be like still from all the Botox, right? They would just be looking all funny when they're racing. Sales, people are buying camels. I mean, that seems like a pretty interesting investment. You go to a carnival, you come home with a camel. Yeah, I've been to carnivals before, but I come home with fried dough and a stomach ache. I'm not coming home with a camel. And then you're talking about showcasing thousands of other dromedaries. What are other dromedaries, right? It said one-humped domesticated camels. Are there other different kind? I'm so confused by this. It's so interesting. I think I couldn't pass this up for discussing this today because it's so outrageously ridiculous. So hope you enjoyed this one. This was the first one that we went international with it, all the way to Saudi Arabia. So if you enjoy these, like, comment, share it, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're doing these daily, Monday through Friday. Just want to bring a lighter side to the news. We all talk about, not we all, but you know what I mean. You turn on the news, you just see negativity and all this nonsense, and I just want to make people laugh and have a good time. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you tomorrow for another day of hilarious headlines.